Nation Radio. It's been a while, Chris. We're back. Usually I always call you Bad Mama Jamma, but I think...
You can call me Bad Mama Jamma.
I don't mind. Yeah, we're back with the Bad Mama Jamma, Chris Okoh.
You enjoying the weather?
Oh, I would.
I'm loving it, baby.
No, I'm sick of it.
What?
I'm
you make me laugh.
sick of it.
You surprised me. I love this weather.
Well, I walked it and I just... I was just thinking to myself, I can't wait for winter now.
What? No.
Yeah.
I was working yesterday. Had the windows down. Just like nice breeze, brilliant. I absolutely love this weather. Can't get enough of it.
Well, tomorrow is going to be really hot, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
about 36 or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And you're excited about that?
Yeah, I am.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I love the hot weather.
I'm not. I'm done with the heat now. Bring me rain and cold, please. I need it. But yeah, it's been a while, Chris. Last time I saw you.
Was it June time? It was June, isn't it?
I think it was.
Yeah, late June. Because
Wow.
we've been here, I haven't been here long.
Yeah, new surroundings now.
Yes.
Nice little.
Nice, yeah. It's a nice little
little gym.
Yeah. Really like it. Yeah.
I quite like the colour schemes we've got going on in here.
Right, yeah. The ring is a big ring.
Yes, it's nice to actually kind of have a chat with you inside a ring.
Yeah.
So we'll probably be doing this more often now.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to start. There's a lot that's happened in the boxing world. Lots of good stuff. Some bad things that have happened as well that we will touch on.
Yeah.
But I think the best way to start it is talking about Team GB and Team England in the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah.
Securing 10 medals for Team England.
Yeah.
As a whole, Team GB did great, but I think Team England did exceptionally well, and we obviously have to talk about the main man. Congratulations.
My son.
Congratulations to you, Chris, and to your son, Isaac
Thank
Okoh,
you. Yeah.
securing gold in the Commonwealth Games.
He did amazingly well. And as a father, as his father, I couldn't be prouder of him, Three, good bouts against very decent opposition, kept his composure, controlled it, controlled all the bouts, What kind of reminded me of, like, when you're boxing at that level, it's not about, I think I said it before, it's not about me being better than you or vice versa. It's who can hold their nerve better. I mean, he boxed in the semi-finals, he boxed the Scottish lad, McNulty. Now, he's boxed him before, a couple of years back.
Really tough opponent, that
Yeah. Because McNulty's he's got a lot of ability. I watched his fight against the Indian, his quarterfinal bout against the Indian, and he done well. He's a very, very talented kid. And but then obviously you got the added pressure. I said to Isaac, I said, listen, you're boxing him, yeah. But now, when you boxed him before, it's very different. The circumstances are very different from when you boxed him before. He goes, yeah. I said, look, you can't let him get confident. You've just got to be on him, straight on him and dictate. Just let your hands go. And he did that, and he got a good win. In fact, in some ways, the semi-final bout with McNulty, the Scottish lad, was a bit more harder than the final bout with the Welsh kid.
Yeah.
But no, he did really, really, really well. What else really stuck out for me is the dedication and the application that all the GB boxers, not just Isaac, but all the GB boxers, they have. Yeah. To get and 10 out of 10, it's credit to them. They're so focused, so disciplined, so committed.
Yeah.
You can see why, how and why they've got. Obviously, they're talented, but the talent alone isn't enough. You need that commitment, that dedication, that application, and it's there. And they all have it. They all have it. It's, you can see it. And therefore that's why we got the result, because we were joint medalist, highest medalist with India. Yeah. But really, really good, really good.
Team GB and Team India were absolutely brilliant.
The
and they've
Indian
got some
team was really
amazing.
good. Yeah. You know, even especially at the lower weights. But no, they were really good, and that's why we both came joint top.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
in terms of medals. So, yeah, brilliant.
One thing I loved about Isaac is, I guess it's not even just in the Commonwealth, in his other bouts he's had in the other competitions.
Yeah.
Every time Isaac has success, he's always smiling. As soon as something lands, you know, he's like, you see that big, that smile there, that smile that you've got, the exact same one.
Yeah.
You always see it in his fights.
Yeah.
And it kind of, it's like, you know, we don't really see many fighters, even the professional game. Like, you know, we do see a couple, you know, smiling here and there, but I don't know what it is. There's something about Isaac, the confidence.
He's got the confidence. He's got the character and the personality.
Yeah.
You know, I think that to some degree sways the judges. You know, but yeah, the whole charisma thing is a big part of when you look at people like, you know, yesteryear. You know, obviously Muhammad Ali being the obvious, Sugar Ray Leonard. You know, they all had a level of charisma inside the ring. There was a guy called Aaron Pryor, Hector Camacho. All very, very great boxers, Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, you know, but they had that level of charisma, and I think that's part of it. As well, Tyson Fury and Joshua. Yeah. You know, they're both of them in their own way. They're very charismatic. You know, I like how Tyson dresses. I like how Joshua dresses. You know, they're articulate, they're funny, they're engaging. That's what boxing needs.
Do you know what I loved? I can't. What fight was it? I can't remember what fight it was. It must have been the second Wilder fight, I think, with Fury. Yeah. Is it when he came out and he was dressed as a king and he was on sitting on a throne?
On the throne. Brilliant.
I remember seeing him come out and I thought, what an entrance he's made.
Yeah. Really good. Really good.
But everyone would kind of like those theatrics in boxing. Obviously, we see it with Prince Naseem.
Prince Naseem, yeah. He came up I remember one time he came out on a flying carpet. Yeah.
We love things like that in boxing.
Yeah.
Obviously, speaking on Joshua and Fury, I'm gonna, have to mention that after Joshua's fight against Christian Prenga, which we are going to touch on, obviously, he did an interview with the Stomping Ground.
Yes.
Where Joshua mentioned Isaac and yourself.
The whole story with Dillian as well, yeah.
That must have been pretty exciting.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, and what he said, what Isaac said to him was so true. You see, I'm going to blow my own trumpet a little bit here. Okay, I'm going to blow my own trumpet.
Go for it. Go for it.
But I was the first coach, and Anthony won't mind this. I love Anthony. The respect and the love and respect I have for Anthony now is it's mad how it goes full circle. But I was the first coach to beat Anthony.
Because he was 3-0. He was 3-0.
He was 3-0. I'm gonna say it now. I made that match. I remember that the whole the rivalry started with yours truly. Yeah, I made that match. I remember calling. We were struggling. I was struggling to find opponents for Dillian. Yeah. I rang, and then another coach, Paul, who used to coach me, he phoned me and said, "No, I phoned him. I was stressed out, and I couldn't find an opponent for Dillian." He said, "Chris, Finchley have got someone for you for Dillian. Who's that? Guy called Joshua. Ring them, they'll take the bout." Paul Chapman, that's it. Paul Chapman. Paul used to coach me at the Lynn. Yeah. So I was stressing out, so stressed. I could not find any opponent. Everyone was the coaches were just left, right, and centre, silly excuses anyway. Said phone Finchley. I phoned Finchley. Spoke to Tracy, Tracy Murphy, who's the matchmaker for Finchley. Yeah. Tracy, hi Tracy. I've known Tracy a long time. Sean and Tracy for a long time. Tracy, I hear you've got a lad. Yeah, I'm looking for my heavyweight. Dillian Whyte. Yeah, you got a guy called Joshua? Yeah, he was 3-0 at the time. I'll take it. And they were as good as gold because literally they're coming from Finchley. It was that, and literally it was at the Chadwell St Mary Workingmen's Club. And they travelled all the way down here. Joshua travelled all the way down here. It's on this film footage. And you can clearly see myself and Leroy Harris, who I was working with at the time. We're in the corner, and yeah, you know, but I mean, literally, good fight. You could see, obviously, they were still both of them quite raw, but it was an entertaining fight. Dillian dropped Joshua in the second round, and we won on a unanimous decision. But I was the first coach to beat Joshua.
I see your head getting a bit wide there.
Yeah, you know.
But no, do you know what? That is such a big, like, that is something that not many people can really say.
Yeah, I mean,
and that rivalry. Look what happened.
Exactly. Well, the crazy thing about it is literally when obviously Joshua went to the Olympics, won the Olympics of 2012, gold medal at the 2012 Olympics, and literally me and Dillian just said, listen, okay, that's the fight. That's the fight we need.
Yeah.
When you turn pro, that is the fight we need to get. And Isaac grew up seeing that.
Yeah.
You know, I took him to when went to and watched the fight. You know, Wembley. I think it was Wembley.
No, it was at the O2.
Yeah, O2. Yeah, at the O2. Beg your pardon. You know, so he saw all that. He was obviously like 8, 9 years old at the time. Yeah. You know, so.
What a fight as well. We don't really get fights like that in London.
Really good fight. Yeah. Okay, so here's a thing now. Here's a technical deficiency that Joshua had at that time, which is what me and Dillian worked on. When he threw his right cross, okay, he would throw it in such a way that he threw it and then he'll kind of linger. He'll sort of linger and bring it as he's bringing it back. And both myself and Dillian noticed it. I said, right, okay, Dill, this is what you got to do. Every time he throws that right hand, catch it, okay, and then literally counter with your left hook. Yeah. And when you watch the fight, I think it's the end of the second round, he does that same shot, and we practiced it and practiced it and practiced it and practiced it. Every time, we put it back, that right hand, bang with the left hook, and it worked a treat. Now at that point, Dillian probably needed about 2, maybe 3 shots maximum, and he might have stopped Joshua. He would have stopped Joshua. Yeah. Okay, but he kind of, I don't know, panicked or got excited and just went for it. Okay, he lost his balance. You see him actually lose his balance and whatever. But that was the closest he came to actually defeating Joshua. You know, but yeah. Then you see how their career went, and 10 out of 10 to Joshua. I can't praise him enough. Primarily for how he, the introduction he gave Isaac with his into the pro ranks with his second fight with Usyk. Isaac was in the camp. You know, he's one of his main sparring partners, and I can't thank him enough. The love I have for him now is really is good.
But you hated him a long time. So did Isaac.
But now we come full circle.
No, but that's the beautiful thing about boxing. You can have rivalries like that.
Yeah.
We have seen where Dillian has approached him, and they have gracefully come together a few times. Yeah. You know, when I think that's what's so good about boxing. You can be enemies with someone, but then you always kind of come together.
Look at Joshua and Usyk now. Yeah. You can see there's a respect there. There's a genuine love there, and they're now, Usyk is now helping Joshua. Yeah. And like, as you say, you get that from boxing. I think people outside of boxing, when you're looking at it, think how can you knock the 7 bells out of each other for like 10, 12 rounds or whatever, and then become best of mates? But I think it's the experience and the mutual experience that you go through and put each other through. I think that's how it, kind of that friendship materializes, because you see it time and time and time again. Yeah.
I agree. So, which is what I'm going to touch on now. Yeah. Because obviously, all of that came from the interview that AJ gave to the Stomping Ground, where he mentioned you and Isaac. Yeah. So obviously, we had the day before Joshua fought, we had Fury making his return to the ring against Mariusz Whyte, and then 24 hours later, we had AJ and Pringa. Obviously, I was lucky enough to fly to Saudi, and I have to give thanks to 2 people. Technically 3 groups of people. Obviously, my family for supporting me, for allowing me to go out to Saudi, and also I wouldn't be able to be doing this if it wasn't for Ade Oladipo and Matty from Matchroom Boxing.
Okay.
So I just have to give thanks to those guys and my
yeah.
whole family, because being in Saudi was, I mean, I wasn't expecting to be there.
No, it's brilliant. I mean, it's a great experience for you and for what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know, it's brilliant.
It was exciting.
You know? Yeah.
But anyway, not about me. We had AJ Prenga, Fury Whack in 24 hours apart from each other.
Yeah.
A lot has been made about both of those fights.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
After those two fights they had, who would you say, now don't sit on the fence here,
Yeah.
who would you say is the favourite going into this fight? Because a lot of it has been made about the punch resistance with Joshua.
Yeah.
Fury's legs,
I mean, they're what we can comfortably say is that neither of them are, they're past their prime. With the greatest respect to both of them, they're past their prime.
Yeah.
But that said, the fight still garners a lot of interest purely because they are, in the past 10 years, they have been the two leading British heavyweights, for the past 10, 12 years.
Yeah.
And again, like I said earlier, both very likable guys in their own little way, both very charismatic, entertaining, and they really have elevated boxing. So it's a shame that the fight is probably 5 years too late, okay? But that said, it will still generate a considerable level of interest.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the issue now of where the fight's going to be.
Yeah.
And I think it drags on. I heard some more stuff earlier this morning. I'm of the opinion, and I think you might share the opinion as well, is that for me, the fight needs to be, or should be, over here. It's two British boxers, British heavyweights, okay, who have done, the most to elevate the sport. Yeah. In the past 10 plus years.
Not even just for like Great Britain, I think on a global scale.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, but certainly because they're British. But no, totally.
Yeah.
They really have, because of their personalities are so enigmatic. In their own individual way. But they're British. They're British, and But I think there's an argument as well. I was talking to another friend about it. There's an argument as well to have that. I think they're looking at Madison Square Gardens, I believe.
Hang on a minute. You didn't answer my question.
I went round it.
You did really good. You did a good job there. Okay, let me.
Honestly, I think it's literally like it's like that. It's a genuine. The reason why it's so hard to pick, because it is a genuine 50-50 fight. Depending on who you like or you prefer, what style you prefer.
Yeah.
What
style do you prefer?
I mean, again, they both have their pluses, their advantages, disadvantages. I think obviously look at the Prenga fight.
Yeah.
And obviously Joshua got dropped, in the first round twice. Everyone, he's chinny, his punch resistance has gone. I don't concur to that. I think he got, the guy, he got caught with a good shot, a decent shot.
I mean, what was it, 20 knockouts or something Prenga had?
Yeah.
21 wins, 20
exactly.
knockouts,
It's still,
crazy
exactly.
like
No
that.
matter the level of opponent that they may not have been, 20 knockouts is 20 knockouts. So, but Joshua, to his credit, okay, and all the experience, what I saw there was the experience, him getting back up, the experience with Ruiz, Daniel Dubois, okay, that all came into it. He got back up. He showed the mental fortitude to get back up, because his career was on the line.
Yeah.
Let's not beat around the bush. He got himself out of jail, and he got up and got the job done.
Yeah.
Period. And I say 10 out of 10 to him. I can't praise him enough. Hopefully this fight happens.
If I'm just speaking hypothetically here, do you think to make sure this fight happens here, to wait until spring next year? Or do you think no, if it's gonna get done, if it's gonna happen, it's
Yeah.
gotta happen now. It doesn't matter where it is.
It just seems to be dragging on.
Yeah.
You know, we seem to be in this state of limbo for a good few months now. You know, the back and forth, obviously, Eddie and Joshua insistent it's going to be in over here.
Yeah.
You know, Spencer Brown, Tyson's manager, is of a different opinion. Turki Al-Sheikh appears to want it over there. Obviously, you've got your man there from Zuffa, Dana Whyte. He's sticking his 10 pence worth in there as well. Complicates matters. So it is dragging on.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope it can get resolved sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
You know, there's a whole thing with the what time it's going to. If it's over here, it's got to be at a certain time to accommodate the American audience. If it's going to be in America, vice versa. It's you know, it's still a lot to get over.
As a fan, I've gone to so many stadium fights outdoors.
Yeah.
And there are times where I sit there and I feel the cold. Because it does, you know, you will feel it because a lot of air runs through into the stadium.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, 2 a.m. in the UK in November at Wembley, I was sitting there and I was like, everyone's going to be dressed as an Eskimo.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot to consider.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, I guess,
it's money. It's going to be obviously as well. Another big factor is obviously the money and what they're going to make, the gate, etc.
Yeah.
You know, the pay-per-view. A large. What again might be the hold up is the whole financial aspect of it.
Yeah.
You know, so it's. I don't know about you, but it is dragging on now. You know, and whether it gets made or not. Hopefully, I would like to see it happen this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the latter part of this year, but. Let's wait and see.
Do you know what I would like to see? If we could get you and Joshua linked up after all these years. You know, I think that'd be quite interesting.
That'd be good. I mean, you know, it was nice of him to kind of bring it up. But like I say, he said, like, you know, Isaac brought it up. But Isaac was right. Literally, it was like, Joshua, we got to beat Joshua. We used to go, me and Dilly, all our whole training regime or routine was centered around fighting Joshua.
Yeah.
I remember literally when Dillian turned pro and I was chasing Eddie Hearn. Okay, I'd ring the Matchroom gym and he wasn't available. And I'll never forget it. It was literally, I was working at St. Hillier Hospital as a porter.
Yeah.
Got a phone call, Chris, Eddie Hearn. This was 2000 when was the fight? 2015, yeah, 2015. So I got the February. Yeah. Okay, I got the call. I was in St. Hilliers Hospital working as a porter. Chris, Eddie Hearn, you managing Dillian, right? Yes. Okay. I'd like to, you know, sit down with a view to making the fight between Dillian and Joshua for the British title in the latter part of that year, 2015.
Yeah.
Bingo. Then it all went pear-shaped, but
that's a conversation for off camera.
That's off camera, yeah.
We won't get to that. So moving on from Joshua, because we've spoken about Joshua and Fury quite a lot. Obviously, your history with Joshua.
Yeah.
And so we're going to kind of see if we can try and skim through some of these things. But obviously, we saw the weekend just gone, the rematch between Callum Simpson and Troy Williamson. Callum Simpson got his revenge.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Funny enough, I was talking to my friend about it this morning.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. I saw the first bout. I haven't seen the rematch.
Yeah.
He stopped Troy, did he not?
No, it went all the way to the end. Yeah.
Okay.
But I thought it was a great fight. Fight. Exciting.
Yeah.
There's a lot was being made about Callum Simpson's weight, you know, because he's quite a big lad.
For that weight.
And but he did what he needed to do, got the job done, got his revenge. And I think a lot of people had Troy as the favourite going into the fight.
Like I say, I watched the first fight. I did watch the first fight. You know, well done to Callum. You know, I don't know where he goes from here. Or what's, you know, obviously he wants to go on to bigger, better.
So he's recently said that he wants Hamza Shiraz.
Shiraz is the WBO champion at that weight, 168, I believe. I saw him fight recently,
Oh, against Simon Zackenberg.
Yes, that's right, yeah. He made a defense. Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I mean, I was watching it and I was like, when are you going to punch? I mean, and the thing is, he's tall, he's rangy, he's got the cronk, he's wearing the cronk colours.
Colours, yeah.
And, I mean, he won, but I was left feeling flat. And this is me being nice.
I think a lot of people said they were quite underwhelmed, considering when he fought Edgar Berlanga in New York.
Yeah.
He put a demolition job on him, and I think a lot of people were expecting that kind of same performance, but I think a lot of people share the same opinion as you, as that they were expecting a lot and didn't get much from it.
Promised a lot, but delivered little.
Yeah.
You know.
Great fighter though. It was a great fighter.
I must admit, I haven't seen too much of him to make a a concerted kind of like assessment, but certainly on that display, he needs to let his hands go a bit. I think and with those, he's tall, he's rangy. You're looking at. I thought I'd be looking at a Thomas Hearns like style. He's same height, same dimensions. 6'2", long arms. Slim, I thought I'd be looking at the second coming of Thomas Hearns. I didn't see that, but he's a world champion, so he's got there. He has to have something, to get to that level.
Do you think it's too early for Callum Simpson to be chasing a fight like that?
That's a good question. I mean, again, from what I've seen from Callum Simpson. Well, basically, I've just watched the last fight, the first fight with him and Troy Williamson, and again, I'm probably being really overcritical, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting to see what I saw. I was expecting to see a lot more from him, and I didn't see that. So I don't know. But for me, something's missing.
Yeah.
There's
a few other. There's still quite a few topics.
What about you? Well, you've got. Well, I mean,
I've got next on my list here.
Yeah. Okay. Rematch. Yeah.
October the 17th, I believe.
18th or 17th, 18th.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's not far away, and.
Too much too soon.
I'm just trying to think of the words. I know Daniel. Yeah. I know Daniel well. I know his coach really well, Donka. I've got a lot of love and respect for Daniel. Don, for me, he's one of the premier coaches in this country right now. One of the most experienced coaches. Yeah. Fabio, I've never met him, but I like him. I like his whole demeanor. Obviously, I've seen him being interviewed. I like his whole demeanor. The coincidence is that years ago, I used to coach his then brother-in-law. I don't know if I've mentioned this before. Yeah, I got a lad called Gino. This was when I was at Chadwell St Mary Boxing Club. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, Fabio himself comes over as a really, really cool, well-balanced guy. I like how he talks, very articulate. For me, the fight is, from Fabio's perspective, the rematch is too early for me. Yeah. Again, I choose my words carefully. We saw the amount of punishment that he took. Yeah. The damage that concerns me. I put it this way. I know if I was around him, I don't know if I'd be advising him to take that fight so soon after.
Because a lot was made of stopping that fight early,
of course,
a lot earlier than what it was stopped
Yeah,
at.
yeah. I mean, I think I go back to what Barry McGuigan. I saw Barry McGuigan's comments. Barry McGuigan, someone I respect, and he's former world champion, and he knows the game inside out. And I found his words were quite really sort of to the point, honest, quite cutting. Yeah. When in terms of the actual punishment that he took, and it would concern me. I don't know. You know, like I said, if I'd be advising, if I was around him, I don't know if I'd be advising him to take that fight. Just, you know, literally.
But I think it's Fabio himself who has actually said
But,
that he.
Yeah, but no, this is what I mean though, because obviously the boxer is the boxer. He's exercised the rematch clause, okay? But this is why this is the reason why boxers have managers. Yeah. It's the reason why boxers have coaches.
To kind of save them
exactly, because boxers sometimes, it sounds horrible, it sounds like a cliche, but sometimes boxers need saving from themselves. Yeah. You know, they're so, how we're programmed, how we're, you know, we're built up. It's like, you know, tunnel vision. Yeah. Okay, don't look left, don't look right. Okay, if you lose a fight, we can get back on that horse, hobby horse, and get back again. Yeah. You know, sometimes there's a right place and a wrong place. Okay, and there's ways of doing things. You know, I'd lean towards Daniel. Yeah. But again, this is another thing. I mean, potentially, you know, the winner out of Fury and Joshua. This is how the fights are linked. Yeah. The winner out of Fury and Joshua potentially could fight the winner out of Fabio and Daniel, and then obviously the winner out of Italma
and Hrgović.
Do you
know what? There's endless options right now in the heavyweight division.
Yeah. It's very conceivable that Joshua or Tyson could become 3-time world heavyweight champion. It's you know,
because they both have publicly said that that's what they want.
And it could happen. It could happen. You know,
and well, I think Dubois and Moses, their names have been linked. Quite a lot. So that fight could materialise. But Moses and Hrgović, that's not too long away. That's a couple of weeks away now. Same night as Michaela Mayer and Chantel Cameron.
Great. Yeah, I mean, both great fights. Yeah. You know.
Now Moses and Hrgović.
Yeah.
This is a big test for Moses.
Yeah. Massive. Massive.
O2 Arena, August 29th. What are your thoughts going into that fight?
Great fight. Is it 50-50? It might be 60-40 or 55-45. That's how fight it is. I watched I'm sure you saw the face-off. Brilliant. Really.
They don't get enough credit, right? A lot of people always say Moses and Hrgović don't have
the
personalities, but that are very,
rubbed off,
not in a horrible way, but for like, you know, for two characters that are very, you know, speak very slowly.
Yes, there's a dry sense of humour.
Their face-off was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought it was really good.
And do you know what? I disagree with people that don't believe Moses and Hrgović don't have personalities, because they clearly do.
They clearly do, yeah,
and
I agree.
They do, you know, that comes out in the ring. Obviously, Moses is exciting to watch. Yeah. Hrgović has had a few performances where they weren't, but he seems to have found himself again with Abel Sanchez, I believe, his trainer now.
Yes, yeah. For me, a winner's a bit difficult to pick.
Don't fence it, Chris.
Yeah. I would love to see Italma win. Yeah. I would love to see that. Yeah. I don't think it's a foregone conclusion. You know, what they seem to be forgetting, or what people seem to be forgetting, is Hrgović is experienced, and just the way this is the really important thing. Italma's had, is it 15 fights? 15, 16 fights? Okay. In that time, this is the first fighter he is going to meet who is coming in there with the intention of winning. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful manner to any of the previous...
I get what you mean, yeah.
Okay, but Hrgović is coming in there with the intention of winning. He has not, Italma thus far has not boxed someone, okay, with the sole intention of winning. As good as Franklin was in terms of his role, okay, was he in there to win?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You know,
and now a world title is on the line.
There's a world title, and what they've, to add more spice to it, the IBF have now said, look, this is for our vacant title. That's perfect. Okay. So what I'm saying is, is that Hrgović is not going to roll over. Okay, he's not going to roll over, and he said that pretty much said that in the interview. You have not been. What concerns me is, from Italma's perspective, is that he has not been beyond 6 rounds. He's looked spectacular. Okay, he has not been on beyond 6 rounds. Okay, there's been a likeness put to Mike Tyson. Frank Warren, I heard only the other day, he's saying like he'll be the youngest British world heavyweight champion should he pull this off. Yeah. Okay. Before Tyson fought Berbick, okay, I watched it, but it was inspirational watching his ascendancy to the world title. I was much younger as well. And it was purely an inspiration. So I watched all those fights. The way they matched him was perfection. His fight with James Quick Tillis, he went the full 10 rounds. He was tested. So you knew when he went in there with Berbick, okay, his management prepared him as best they could. Now, I'm not saying that Italma's management haven't done a good job, but he has not been beyond 6 rounds. We don't know what he's like. Okay, someone's coming at you. Okay, you've been hit hard in the 3rd round, the 4th round, the 5th round, and the guy is still there. Yeah. How you get the mental? We're going to see his mental resolve is going to be tested.
So essentially, what you're saying is the longer the fight goes on, the more it favours Hrgović.
For me personally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually thought that if Dillian was able to get past the first 4 or 5 rounds, it may get interesting. Dillian, isn't the Dillian that I worked with many years ago. Yeah. But I thought if it got past 4 rounds, he could actually give Italma a good argument. But that didn't transpire. Yeah. But certainly with Hrgović, yes. The longer it goes on, okay, I would his chances increase.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes. That was thank you, I appreciate that. You didn't fence it. All right. Garcia versus Conor Benn.
Garcia. All
that
day
was
long.
Quick.
Yeah. Great fight. I think it'd be an entertaining fight. Very entertaining. Garcia of the 2 is the better boxer. I hope. What worries me a little bit is I hope that Garcia, because for me, he's by head and shoulders the better fighter. Yeah. The more skilled fighter. But I hope he doesn't underestimate his opponent. I really don't. I mean, what Benn brings to the table, his conditioning, he's going to be supremely conditioned.
And he's very confident in every fight he goes into.
Yeah, his confidence, okay, his aggression. I think his aggression potentially could be his downfall. He can be over-aggressive. He can be too aggressive.
I think the problem with this, and I think he has said it, that this will be potentially his last fight at 147.
Yeah, I've heard that. I heard him say that.
A lot of people are saying the weight is going to play a massive factor in this because he hasn't been 147 for 4 years now?
Yeah. See, I can't. My honest opinion with that, in reply to that, I can't see him operating at any. Maybe 155, but in nothing heavier than that. Yeah. Not 154, sorry. For me, he's a natural. He doesn't have the. I saw him the other day. I saw him not so long ago. He's a welterweight. For me, he's a welterweight. He's a career welterweight. 154 may be at best. So him talking about 160 and so on, I was going to say something if I had to stop myself from saying it. Okay. I really had to stop myself from saying it.
Because I think he would look better. I think me personally, I think if he was to go up in weight, I think that would be better for him.
In what sense?
I think where he's not been 147 for a while,
But what weight is he looking to go up to? I mean,
I think. Well, I know it's not.
He's only. I saw him the other day. He's a welterweight. For me, he's a welterweight. I can't see him. Like I said, the only 154 maybe. That's it. 160.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the weight is going to play a massive factor in this fight against Benn.
Right.
Against Garcia. Sorry.
Garcia. Yeah. It probably will. It probably will.
But you're picking Garcia.
I'm picking. Garcia.
Okay.
Yeah. But it wouldn't surprise me if he stops him. His IQ. I mean, he fought Luke Campbell. His resume. When you look at Garcia's resume, okay, he's consistently boxed a higher level of opponent. Yeah. Okay, than Conor has.
Yeah.
Okay, and Eddie has actually confirmed that. Yeah. What we already knew.
Yeah.
He's consistently boxed a higher level of opponent. But again, stranger things have happened. He's hungry, he's determined, he'll be super fit, upset could happen.
100%. Just a few more, I say a few more times, it's just a big list, this. Yeah.
It goes on and on,
yeah,
baby.
Yeah, but this is what happens when we don't sit down for a long time.
Yeah.
We saw Joe Joyce in Russia.
Yeah, against the Russian prospect.
Yeah.
I saw a clip of it. It was quite difficult to watch, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was sad, wasn't it? Do you think that this is the end for him? Because this is 3 back-to-back losses. Derek Chisora, Filip Hrgović, and this
Russian guy.
Yeah, this Russian prospect.
Yeah.
What do you believe that this is the end now for Joe Joyce? Do you believe that he will release a statement saying that this is the end, or do you reckon he might give it one more go against someone? Or
I think it's very difficult to. What you don't want to do is tell a person, a fighter, what to do, when to retire, when not to retire.
Yeah.
What you don't want to do. You'd like to, leave that decision to the boxer. But again, like I've said before, sometimes some fighters need saving for themselves, and it would appear. Because I worked with Joe very briefly years back with Adam Booth, and when Adam had him for a short while, and his main sort of attribute was his chin. Okay, but that can only last for so long, and it would appear now that was his biggest attribute at that point. You could just literally, the punch would just bounce off him. But now it's taking a toll.
I don't like that analogy with fighters. They just got a granite. Yeah, okay. We've seen it with people like Golovkin, who was able to take a lot of punches and stuff, but eventually,
it catches up with you. It catches up with you.
I think the manner in which Joe, I'm assuming you might share the same feelings as I do. It was quite sad to see how he himself just said, "I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to fight no more."
Yeah. So maybe he's made that decision already. You see, what fighters need, you need the right people around you to advise you, not just with the money side of things or whatever, but in terms of your career, how it's going. Yeah. He's had a very good career. He's achieved a lot. Olympic silver medalist. Major titles in the pros.
Good amateur background.
Great amateur background. I would imagine he's made decent money as well, which is always a big factor. He has to ask himself, is there a real need to carry on? Is there a real, all the people around him? Ultimately, what I'm saying is Joe has to make that decision.
Yeah,
Joe has to make that decision himself.
Yeah, 100%. We saw Errol Spence against Tim Tszyu, and he announced his retirement
immediately.
Yeah, and I think when obviously we saw Crawford, he announced his retirement as well. Obviously, Crawford is a different kettle of fish.
Of course.
But he, some fighters know when it's the time to walk away.
And Crawford couldn't have picked a better moment. Even he reminds me of again the great Marvin Hagler. Okay, and I think Hagler, may God rest his soul, but I think the reason why he's held in such high esteem is because he never came back.
Yeah.
You know, after the very, very controversial decision against Sugar Ray Leonard, and again, that was the perfect time it was the perfect time to bow out.
Yeah.
Against another, I mean, in the 80s, it was all about Leonard, Hearns, Hagler, and Duran. That's how I go back. I grew up.
Yeah, the Four Kings.
The Four Kings. Yeah. I grew up watching those four, and they literally were kings. It was inspirational watching those guys. That's how they inspired me. They inspired my friends. That's how we got into boxing. I remember me and Adam Booth, right? Okay, we'd literally turn my mum's garden into a box. Get the hose, right? Get the hose, okay. Put it around the chair, yeah. Okay, so that was the makeshift ring.
Yeah.
I was Hearns, and he was and Adam would be Hagler. Leonard or Duran, and we'd reenact the whole fight.
How old were you guys?
We was like 15, 16, yeah.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I wish you had told me that before I went Saudi, and I could have, when I
bumped into
him, I could have mentioned it to him. But yeah, I guess give a big shout out to Adam and Josh Kelly as well for a great performance.
Great, yeah, great. Honestly, great performance. Yeah. Happy for Josh. Really happy for him. You know.
Yeah.
That's the first defense as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, it was absolutely incredible fight. Great fight.
And Josh is at the stage of his career now whereby he now needs to cash in, and you know all that hard work he's put in, and again had a great amateur career, went to the Olympics, but now he's at the precipice. He's at the top now. He's at the mountaintop. Long may it last, and hopefully he gets a few defenses.
Well, I think Boots is the next one.
Yeah, Boots. Obviously, Boots is the obvious one.
Yeah.
The mega money kind of. Yeah. You know, so I'm sure Adam will be chasing that fight, and I say that, but there's a guy now I'm going to mention, Bilal Fawaz. I'm sure you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I think he's kind of.
He's already said he wants that number
yeah,
one position.
I think he deserves it. From when I look at his he's had it was a long, hard, the whole thing with his, his ability to stay, passport and the ability to stay over here and whatever. He's been through
a lot,
and 10 out of 10 for him. You know, but I think he deserves a title shot. You know, there's the same weight as Josh Kelly. However, that said, from Adam's perspective and Josh Kelly's perspective, why would you go for what is a difficult fight, a challenging fight, okay, when you've got, for less money, when you've got someone like Boots Ennis there, you know, so there's that to kind of conjure up, juggle with. Yeah,
definitely. We'll be very quick with this because this hasn't been announced, but it's a very, very strong rumor going around in the boxing world.
Oh, you're talking, I know you know who you're going to say.
Yeah, I think you know who I'm going to say. Yeah. But he himself has already said he's out of retirement, and that is, the special Mr. Kell Brook.
Yeah, I've heard, I've
links
heard
with Chris Eubank
Jr. Yeah. But again, it's I saw it today. It appears as though that it's been made.
I think, from what I've heard, what Kell Brook has said is that there will be an announcement imminently.
Right.
So I think it is expected. I'm not sure where it's going to be.
But this is what I was going to say. I mean, I can't see what platform that is going to be.
It will do numbers though. It will sell out.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah. I think it'll be massive.
Okay.
Be a bit like Brook and Khan.
But it's got the kind of what's the word? Is comedy the right word? You know what I mean? It's not.
Oh, I'm not going to say anything, Chris. I don't want to get in trouble. No, I guess.
But do you know what I mean? It's.
I guess it's.
It's not a mainstream fight. It's not. I don't think it's a fight that the boxing public might run towards. But on other platforms, it might do a few numbers.
I'm quite excited for it. I would actually want to go. I would
Wow.
actually go. Yeah, because I think it's a great fight. I mean, I never got to see Kell Brook fight in person, so.
Yeah, I saw Eubank fight in person a few times. Saw Eubank fight live a few times.
Yeah, I mean, I only saw him fight against Benn both the times, and
okay.
you know, I thought it's great. You know, if
How old is Kell Brook now?
40.
Oh, so he's older than Eubank.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, he's in tremendous shape, but I guess inactivity can play a massive role in this
Again,
world,
I wonder, you know, because he's just become a father. You know,
Chris.
But actually both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them have recently. You're right, because I mean, Chris has got twins now.
Yeah.
But Kell recently became a father with Ebony Bridges. Yeah. So, yeah, it might be a financial aspect to it. I don't know.
Potentially, you know. But I think
boxing... Chris is building that big mansion in Dubai.
Yeah.
You know, so he's gonna need some kind of you know, backup financial resources to build that and to complete that. I would imagine. I'm only guessing.
Yeah, but I think that's just the landscape of boxing, and it has been for a few years now. It's more. I mean, it always has been prize fighting, but you know, now it's more.
There's
the money. Oh, if you're gonna pay me, then I'll have to fight.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there's anything wrong in boxers getting paid a lot of money, because they should, because they're risking their lives for our entertainment.
Of course.
So I believe boxers are entitled.
You think that fight will sell though?
I think so. I think it will sell.
Okay.
I mean, I want to go.
You want to go?
But wherever it is, I don't know, because we saw Eubank was in
Dubai.
He was in Nigeria.
Of course, yes. Yeah.
You know, and I thought, well, potentially his fight could be in Nigeria, but if who knows? Who knows? If this fight between him and Kell is true, if it's here in the UK,
it's more for the layman's sort of part of the public, not for your hardcore, die-hard boxing fan. No, yes, no.
I don't know. I guess we have to wait and see when the announcement is made, and I guess the casuals and the purists will make their decision. You know, we'll kind of see from there.
Yeah.
But in due time, that will happen. Lastly, finally, we've got to the end of the list now. I can put this bit of paper down. Lastly, I wanted to just touch on, kind of, like, I don't want to end things on a sad note, but it is important we talk about this.
Okay.
Boxing, where I believe it is the best sport in the world, it's quite an unforgiving sport.
Yeah.
And we have seen 2 tragedies with Raven Chapman and Lee Reeves, who both suffered quite life-threatening injuries. I believe that Raven Chapman has had an operation and she is recovering and is stable. But
Lee Reeves, that was on a recent show, was it a Warren show?
It was it was a Queensberry show.
Last weekend.
It was the Pierce O'Leary and Mark Chamberlain show, which I think you need to watch because it was a great fight. I reckon that could give WOULDN a run for the money in terms of fight of the year.
Okay, was that good? Okay.
I thought it was absolutely fantastic. But Lee Reeves fought Gary Cully on there.
Gary Cully, I know him, the Irish.
Just kind of wanted to touch on this kind of side of boxing.
I didn't know. I must admit, I didn't know too much about the Lee Reeves incident. However, Raven Chapman is someone I actually know. When I say I don't know her personally, but she boxed someone I coached, trained and coached for many years. Nina Hughes, They boxed 3 times, twice in the amateurs and in the pros as well for the English title. So I kind of know her. I've seen her box live. Very good boxer. Very, very good boxer. Obviously, she was sparring with Dina, wasn't she, for her fight, in preparation for her fight with Shanika Johnson. And yes, it's for both. It's a painful reminder. It's a reminder, a stark reminder of the dangers really of this sport. that said, as you said, it's a sport we all love, we're passionate about.
Yeah.
And obviously it goes without saying, we just hope that you know, both of them, you know, get the they're getting the medical attention they need, they require, and they make a full recovery.
Yeah, so just sending our regards and our thoughts to Raven Chapman and Lee Reeves, to, you know, to them, to their families, their friends, and all those that are associated with them.
Of course, without a doubt.
You know, we wish them a speedy recovery and hope that, you know, they can just get back to their, you know, to good health. Yeah. So, you know, sending our love to them. Yeah.
And again, let's hope they make a full recovery. Hope and pray they make a full recovery, both of them.
Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
Chris,
brilliant.
Thank you.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was a big chat. You know what? There was so much more we could have spoken about. Yeah. You know.
How long was that?
Over an hour and 1 minute and 1 second as we speak.
Right. Okay.
Okay. But there's a lot going on. David Adelaide announced that he is split from Queensberry.
Yes.
Potentially could be signing with Zuffa or Matchroom or, you know, whoever else, Boxer. Terra Moana, he won today in Australia.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Fantastic knockout.
This is Eddie's other prospect.
Yep.
Heavyweight prospect.
I think he's definitely he's one to watch.
I haven't seen enough of him. I'll have to watch him.
You know what, I think.
Was he 6'9"?
Oh no! I don't think he's that tall.
Oh right.
But about 6'6", I think, 6'7", something like that. But still,
yeah.
Big guy.
Yeah.
Throws punches really well. I think Terra Moana would be. I've from the start, I've always thought he's very exciting. I think he would be absolutely amazing if he fought over here. I think that's what they need to do, is get him over here.
Yeah. Well, so the thing is, they're going to need that type of audience for him to elevate himself, because I mean, like I say, the mecca of boxing now is over here.
As I said, we could have sat here for hours and spoke, but obviously we've got someone coming in to train. We'll touch base maybe in a week.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate your time.
No problem.
Cheers.